So whether you're practicing this in the middle of the day or whether you've just woken up, this is suitable for all levels. We're going to have a little bit of a stretch, the arms out to the side. And then as you exhale, take your hands down to the center of your chest. You're going to stand here for a moment, bring the awareness down to your feet, and just shift the weight gently from foot to foot. So today we're going to do a little bit of a standing stretch, a little bit of a flow movement, balancing posture, and then a little breath practice to close. So just a 20-minute warm-up today. If you'd like to set an intention going through to the mind layer of yourself, I often have a simple statement of I am, or I am here. I breathe in, I breathe out, whatever resonates with you today. Choose something and hear yourself repeat it to yourself 3 times. And then let's bring our attention to the breath. We're going to exhale, release the hands, press them down. And then as you inhale, lift your arms up. Very simple movement. Exhale, the hands press down, little bend in the knees. As you inhale, lift your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come down through the center, interlace your fingers, and then press your palms forwards and up. Breathe out with a big ha, and if you've just woken up, you might have a big yawn there. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms come out. Exhale, hands through center, interlace the fingers, maybe a little bend in the knees, and then take the hands forwards and up. Breathe in. Exhale with a ha sound. One more time, just like that. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, hands come down, fingers interlace. Inhale, lift up. And this time as you exhale, have a little stretch over to one side, back to the center, over to the other side. And then coming all the way back up. So circle your arms back a couple of times, making the movement with the breath, the inhale lifting up, and exhale circling back. We're waking the body up gradually, so lift through the arms, exhale back, and then bring your hands onto your hips, take your feet apart. If you're using a yoga mat, come to the top. Doesn't matter if you're not, just have some space behind you to step back. And then we'll take a little bend in the knees, roll the tailbone forward and lift the chest up. Draw your elbows back together. Lift the tummy, chin stays in tiny bit. We'll just stretch open the heart. And then release up. We're going to bend the knees, tilt the pelvis and fold forward. And we let the belly rest on the thighs and see if you can let your head and hands rest down. And then we'll walk the fingers up the legs, coming to a halfway lift. Inhaling, lengthen chest forward. And then you exhale, we're going to take the left leg back. So we're going to come up to a high lunge, lifting the arms up. I've got my back heel down. You can have yours lifted if you want a bit more bounce. Hands go through the center, fingers interlace, press the palms forward. Lovely, lifting up. And then take a little side stretch one way and then the other. And then we'll come down, bringing the hands down inside that front foot. I'm going to bring the back knee down for a moment and lift the arms up again. So as we did standing, taking the hands back onto the hips, gentle press forward. You can interlace your hands if you want to. Remember, we're just waking up here, so we're letting the body open gradually. No strain, no struggle. And then we'll take a twist here. So lift the arms up again. Find that center line. Keep your opposite hand to the leg, bring the other hand behind you. You can move your hips forward and backward again if you want to. And then circle this arm all the way up, round and back. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale up to the top of the circle. Exhale down. 1 more, just like that. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out. Move the foot out, bring your hands down in line with your shoulders. Lift the chest forward here, and then as you exhale, let your head go. If you want a little bit more fire, you can lift that back knee. If that's not for you today, keep the knee down. Let's take the right hand to the heart. We're going to twist around, lifting the arm up into the air. And then exhale, take it back down. We're going to lift off the back knee, take a quarter turn to the side, long edge of the mat, and then find that halfway lift again. Lift the chest, Forward fold, exhale, release the neck. Slowly shift your weight from one foot to the other. And then we're going to come back round to the front. So if you have a yoga practice, you'll know downward dog. If you don't want to come onto your hands and your feet like this, you can take your knees onto the floor. And we'll take a couple of breaths here. So if you're in downward dog, walking out your dog, stretching the way you normally do. If you're on your hands and knees, lift the chest and then round the spine a couple of times. Seeing how much movement you can get there, heart lifting, and then the tail rounding. We'll make our way up to the top of the mat. We're going to do that same sequence on the other side. So you can hop if you've got that in your practice, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold, let something go. Take your arms out, let's rise up. And the hands come back to the heart, remembering that mantra. Good morning, we're a bit more awake now. Gently shift the weight foot to foot. Good, and then we're going to take that little circle back with the arms again. So hopefully joints feeling a little bit warmer now. Make a couple of rotations, spirals. All energy is in a wave. And then hands can find your hips, or you can interlace your hands. Little softness in the knees. Gentle lift of the chest again. Breathe in. And then as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees, fold on down, release the head, jaw, mouth and tongue. Arms tumble down, halfway lift again. And this time the other foot steps back. So again, I've got my front knee over the ankle, back heel is down. If you want more lift, a bit more kind of spring, your back heel can be lifted. Yeah, totally up to you. Lift up through your arms. And then exhale, interlace the fingers. We're going to lean forward again. Nice strong legs. Lift the arms up. And exhale, release. Good. So finding that center line with your hands and then making space. We're going to come down again. Bringing your hands down. And then bringing that back knee down if you want to. Take the chest forward. And then exhale, release. Let your neck relax. Ask yourself if you want that dynamic variation. Back knee lifted, hand to the floor, opposite hand to the heart. We're going to take a twist out and up, breathing in. Yeah, good. Two more like that. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale down. It's quite strong. Let's do one more. Breathe in. Breathe out. So if your back knee is down, just tuck the toes, lift it up. Take that quarter turn to the other side of the mat, lift the chest, and then gently release. Ease the weight from one foot to the other. So the whole body's had a bit of a stretch now. We're going to walk back round to the front and then step back. This time we'll come to plank pose, so your shoulders are above your hands. If you're feeling a little tired, the knees can come down. If you're feeling strong, legs are straight. Take a deep breath in. And then slowly we lower. And take a moment here to rest. Bring your head onto your hands. Bend your knees and let your feet sway gently from side to side. So morning practice, we want to set the intention for the day. You might have done that with your mantra. We also want the muscles of the back body to support our posture. So we can be awake and alert throughout the day. And here comes the sunshine. So we're going to take the arms back alongside your body, palms facing down. Bring your legs as if you've got one tail, maybe squeeze them together. And then lift the chest, lift the shoulder blades. I'm going to turn my head really slowly from side to side. So my back muscle is squeezing in now. You can squeeze your glutes, your knees might lift off the floor. We're holding this for a little while. It might be quite strong, so use that slow, gentle breath. And then maybe take another breath here. Imagine you're going forward, your feet are pressing back and down, and your legs are coming long, long, long and press down as the chest lifts up. Lovely. And then slowly we land down. Now take the hands and the feet wide, separate the knees, just roll gently side to side. If it feels good, you can roll across your forehead. And then we're going to let the legs be relaxed. I've got the hands wider than the shoulders now. We're going to come up gently. It's morning practice, so you might be a little bit stiff. That's okay, just stay low. And then take your shoulders one by one in towards the center line. And maybe as the right shoulder comes to the center, you bend your left knee. Again, we're finding spiral movements in the body. Left shoulder comes in, you bend the right knee. And then maybe keep that going another couple of rounds. So you can stay really low to the ground. We don't want any pain in the body. We just want to find that connectivity, opposite shoulders and hips. Lovely. And then we're going to take the hands in close, rolling into high cobra and tucking the toes. Let's find child's pose. It can be active, stretching your shoulders forward, or passive, where you relax your feet, relax your head. And if you're feeling energized, feel free to stay in downward dog. If you've got a vinyasa practice, might be a nice idea to add another one in here. Lengthening forwards into plank, and then softening down, or chaturanga to the earth. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, gently take it back. Wonderful, everyone. So we're going to walk the hands to the back of the mat, coming to a forward fold. And rising up slowly. So I'm going to do a little walking meditation with you now. I do this for concentration. When you're trying to concentrate on one thing at a time, often the mind will skip ahead. That's very natural, that's what it does. So we're just going to focus on one foot at a time, and this is to see if we can keep our thoughts focusing on one thing at a time. So you can rest your hands by your side or take them behind you. I'm going to look just about a meter in front of you and lift one leg, mentally labeling, lifting, placing, and then lowering the foot down. And then whatever words you choose, you can choose different words. I'm using lifting, and then lowering or placing the foot to the ground. I'm going to be quiet now while you mentally label, slowly walking. There's always a pause as you transfer the weight from one to the other, and only one leg is lifting at a time. When you get to the top of your mat, inhale, lift your arms up. I'm going to face you again now. And exhale, take the hands to the heart. And we'll stand for a moment, equal footing. Noticing any sensations down your hands, any tingling or pulsing. And did your mind wander in that little mini walking meditation? It's very natural if it does. Mind wanders, often when we've got lots to think about. It's just a helpful practice of focusing on the touch of your feet on the ground. So we'll take the arms out now, feet nice and wide. You're going to wrap one arm over the other and give yourself a little cuddle. And you can keep the legs as they are here and just squeeze in your shoulders, or you could turn your toes out and sink down a little bit. So as much as you want to, shift the weight from foot to foot. I'm lifting the toes and lifting the heels, getting into the ankles, the feet and the knees, and then take the upper body back. So if you have eagle pose, you might bind your arms, thumbs to your face. If that's not accessible, just keep giving yourself that cuddle. Sink down low, take the upper body back, breathe here. It's quite strong if you come down lower. And then gently release. We're just going to switch sides with the arms. Take them out. Other arm under. Again, maybe it's eagle bind with the wrap, or maybe the cuddle, thumbs towards your face. Sinking down, breathe. Slow, easy breath. Lovely. And then we're going to release, come all the way up. Turn the feet forward. And then bring your hands onto your hips. So a tiny bit more flexion, extension of the spine. Soften the knees, take the tailbone down. Lift your chest up, stretch the throat, open the heart. And then coming forward, you might like to take your hands down your legs, little press of your calf muscles. Hands can come to a cushion or maybe towards the floor. Relax your head and your neck. A couple of breaths here. And we're going to rise rise up nice and slow, taking the arms out to the side again. And then bringing them down to the heart. Step the feet together. We're going to do one last little balance, and then we're going to do a guided relaxation. So every day we start with that intention, a bit of a stretch, and then some meditation, some balance. Shift the weight onto one leg, take the other foot in. It can be on the floor or here, or if it's easy for you to bring it here, that's up to you. Hands come together. Take your gaze down to your fingertips. And we will wobble. And we're just going to see if we can defocus our eyes and bring the crown of the head above the standing leg heel. And press the leg and the foot evenly into each other. The hands are very lightly touching. Elbows lift, shoulders roll back. Slow, steady breath. And then gently we release, foot to the floor. Other leg lifts up. And then take the same position, whatever works for your body, your practice. Taking the hands together, anchoring through the heel, lifting through the crown. Breath is steady and even. Maybe your gaze comes to your fingertips. A little bit of a wobble, that's okay. And then very gently release. Lovely. So coming down slowly now onto your mat. Feel free to grab a blanket or a cushion, something to cover your eyes if you like. Going to come to lie down, be comfortable and relaxed. A good position sometimes for our back is to have the knees bent and the feet on the floor and your arms out to the side. I'm going to talk you through the relaxation, a couple of minutes while you get yourself really comfortable, and close your eyes, feeling a heaviness on the ground, and then getting to a place where you are totally relaxed. And relax all the muscles in your eyes, your cheeks and your jaw. Follow the breath from the throat to the chest. Relax the upper back and shoulders. And there's a rise and fall in the tummy as you relax your hips. Your legs become heavy. Soften the knees. Relax your feet and your toes. And your whole body is now completely relaxed, sinking down. Whole body heavy on the ground. And we have a few more moments here where the only movement is that rise and fall of your chest, and your breath with your belly. You might want to stay here for a few more moments, that's okay. And if you want to close the practice together, start to gently move your fingers and your toes. Maybe we do another relaxation practice, mindful breathing later in the day together. Now we're preparing for the day by waking ourselves up. Big stretch, a yawn might come in, that's okay. And as you exhale, bring the knees into the chest, gently rocking side to side. And you can roll onto your side. Take a few moments there if you like. And we'll close the practice, coming to a comfortable seat. No rush, no hurry. And you can sit with your legs out in front of you or your legs crossed, whatever feels comfortable. So just as we began, we'll lift our arms up. Thumbs to the third eye. If you used a mantra, simple word or phrase, repeat that again to yourself now. And then take the right hand onto the heart and the left hand over the top. See if you can feel your heart beating. Keeping the right hand on the heart, grounding your energy to the earth. Bring the left hand to the floor. And thank you for practicing with me. I'm Bryony, Yoga Bryony at Be Yoga Sussex. I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.